Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, senores y senores. Mr. Marquesius X is back after a week and a half hiatus from the Daily Arts Debrief. And to keep it brief today, I will keep you here for about 20 minutes as I give you the result of last week's action, this past weekend's action. You may hear my voice here a little deeper because I'm doing an audio version of this. And respect to my people on the Ustream and respect to my people on the Riverside as well as YouTube, of course, we get the respect. Today, we are gonna go straight to the results of this past week's action when it comes to football, that is in the top five European leagues, including my favorite league, the English Premier League. So to begin, folks, again, you may hear my voice a bit deeper because if you do an audio, your face cannot be seen. You have to apply radio etiquettes. So to begin this one, folks, let's talk about our recent picks from the European five leagues. Let's begin with Ligue 1. As On Friday, I gave you guys three teams from each leagues in the top five to pick from. And from the Ligue 1, I would like to congratulate Olympique Marseille for a wonderful victory over the weekend. As I expected, the number 9 Vitor always there to deliver for Olympique Marseille. As a new signer, even though he came to the club last season with Eric Aubameyang giving me a wonderful performance. Marseille, congratulations for the 2-1 victory over Brest. Now, when it comes to Olympique Lyonnais over the weekend, I did not like the result. It did not favor Olympique Lyonnais. In French football, you could say that Lyon is my favorite team, but that was back from my youth when we had the likes of the Benzemas, the likes of the Brazilian sensation Juninho as the captain, the Peggy Dula. But these were the old days. Lyon failed to deliver it against Nice, and that one was a shocking result because I was expecting a victory from Lyon. But I did tell you guys that to pick Nice as the underdog, they were playing at home. So congratulations to them. But me personally, I am not happy with the result. Moving on to the winning team of the weekend in Ligue 1, I would like to give this win to the one and only, as expected, Paris Saint-Germain, who actually defeated my prediction because I expected Lens to fight, but Lens could not do the job against the mighty, powerful Paris Saint-Germain, who delivered the way they're supposed to, with the likes of Asensio, the likes of Kylian Mbappe, of course, it's Kylian Mbappe. Whenever he put the jersey on for Paris Saint-Germain, I was expecting Kylian Mbappe to sit on the bench because of the transfer saga issues that we all know that he's been going through to the media with Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid back and forth. Even a couple of rumors to go to a couple of English clubs such as Liverpool or even my Arsenal Football Club. These were just blatant rumors. Kylian Mbappe is a Paris Saint-Germain. He will be playing for them until May 2024, folks, before he depart to Real Madrid on a free transfer. So with Kylian Mbappe being on the pitch, Lens did not stand a chance of beating Paris Saint-Germain at home. 3-1 was the score. Kylian Mbappe scored twice for the Paris Saint-Germain outfit. He will not be their captain. The captaincy will still be with Marquinhos because Kylian Mbappe kind of disrespected the establishment there at Paris, and therefore the Qataris handed the captaincy again to Marquinhos as the captain at the back. So these are your three results for the Ligue 1. Moving on to the to the German Bundesliga, Die Bundesliga. I would say that we had a wild weekend, but the scoreline were very predictable, with the exception of Borussia Dortmund, who failed to deliver the win over Bochum. And if you are picking Bochum as the underdog, as a +1, +2, you should be grinning and smiling right now because that was a scoreline that was unexpected, and Bochum delivered by beating the line. And then also collecting a bonus in the process and a 1-1 result. Sorry to the Borussia fans. I would like to say it right now to avoid saying the cliche of "Oh, I told you so," but and when it's in May or June, Borussia Dortmund will not win the Bundesliga this season. If you are a fan of the BVB club, move all your stocks to Borussia, Bayer Leverkusen or Bayern München. It doesn't mean that you don't like your club. It's just to avoid disappointment. I'm just saying it now. Borussia Dortmund, you will not win the Bundesliga. When it comes to the Bundesliga, I expect the two following teams to be in competition to win the league by May. It will be with, of course, FC Hollywood, directed master Bayern Munich with Harry Kane, who performed excellent this weekend for Bayern Munich. They will be winning the league. They're the hot favorite at 80% to win the Bundesliga before May 2024. In second position, it would be Bayer Leverkusen with the addition of Granit Xhaka from the Arsenal Football Club. Uh, and then, if you have your number threes, if you ask me, I would say RB Leipzig would be the third favorite team to win the Bundesliga. Number fourth would then be Borussia Dortmund. So, congratulations. Scoreline was 1-1. Again, Bochum delivered on the spread. Moving on to the second team in the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen. Fantastic victory, 3-0, easy work done over Gladbach at Motion Gladbach, as I picked it for you guys on Friday. But Bayer Leverkusen now, even though they lost Diaby to Aston Villa, they gained an extra leg by adding the experienced midfielder and Granit Xhaka at the helm. And I saw the victory coming on Friday. Easy work done by Bayer Leverkusen. Congratulations. And then for the Bundesliga scoreline of the weekend, FC Bayern Munich achieving history after a 20-year spell since they had the three following strikers since I was a kid in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. And the likes of Roy Mackay of the Netherlands, Claudio Pizarro of Peru and South America, and of course from Brazil, Giovanni Elba. Harry Kane smashed their records and just first in the first half by scoring the brace for Bayern Munich, delivering the 3-0 victory for them. And again, it's Bayern Munich, you know what they do. Top 5 European team of the century, and you know these guys don't play when it comes to adding record to their statistics. So again, congratulations to Bayern Munich covering the spread. Harry Kane delivered one. I say he was going to score one in the game, but he delivered two goals, a penalty plus a nice cheeky finish. So congratulations to Bayern Munich. So that concludes your three games for the Bundesliga. Now moving on to La Liga Football, La Liga España, aka La Apertura de España, La Liga Football, if you will. Let's begin with the scoreline here. A disappointing scoreline by Valencia, failing to deliver the win over Osasuna. But I did say pick Osasuna with a +1, +2. And Osasuna, what did they do? They defeated Los Che at their own stadium in the Mestalla 2-1. Folks, Osasuna will be a hard team to deal with in La Liga. And Barcelona snatched 3 points at stoppage in the 91st minute with guess who? The same guy I predicted was going to score for you guys. Robert Bobby Lewandowski delivered for Barcelona, giving them a 4-3 victory over Villarreal. And then we had a scoreline, a shocking one for me if you ask me. Atletico, the oldest team in football, Bilbao, shocked the football universe by climbing back in the second half against Real Betis, even though Isco and his compatriots from Betis scored the two goals in the first half to give Atletico a scared. But with the prowess of the likes of the William brothers, Atletico Bilbao climbed back in the second half, shocking the football world 4-2 for the victory. Congratulations to Atletico Bilbao, aka the oldest football club in the world. And with that being said, this concludes your three, but I'm going to give you a bonus when it comes to La Liga. If anybody was watching the Real Madrid game over the weekend, you got your money's worth as a Real Madrid supporter or a fanatic. Jude Bellingham, folks, I can say now proudly that this kid is the new Galactico. I was expecting Kylian Mbappe to join him in the whole process of commemorating the new wave of the Galacticos with the likes of Camavinga, with the likes of Jude Bellingham, with the likes of Federico Valverde. But again, it did not happen the way I like it. But guess what, folks? Real Madrid has just signed Anthony Martial for Manchester United. Yes, the number 9 will be playing with Real Madrid due to the lack of forward deficiency after losing Karim Benzema to Saudi Arabia. He will be replaced this season, even though it will be for a loan until May when Kylian Mbappe come. Inshallah, inshallah. Anthony Martial, I repeat, for Manchester United, will be unveiled this week by Real Madrid as the new forward. So that will give him a boost in the forward department, and I expect Madrid to do good with Anthony Martial. And everything go according to plan, unlike when they signed Adebayor from Manchester City. Hopefully it work out for Anthony Martial. He's been getting a lot of slacks from the English media for not performing at Manchester United. But my friend, welcome to Real Madrid. Bienvenidos a los Galácticos. You will do good with Bellingham, and I expect nothing but good stuff from you this year. And moving on to the second best league in the world, at least to me. My favorite second league in the world after the English league, Il Calcio, or other known as the Serie A in Italy. We had a wonderful weekend, and some predictions I made were right. Some predictions I made were completely disappointing. I'm talking about Juventus. What happened at the Dele Alpi Junior was beyond me. I did not expect Juventus to draw at home for the season opener. That is very unlikely, but again, earlier I mentioned in the season, if you fail to buy strikers, if you fail to buy big name players, as a club as big as you are when it comes to your reputation, the old lady, Juventus failed against Bologna, and Bologna, congratulations for snatching a draw out of the Dele Alpi Junior, aka the Allianz Stadium. And other scoreline in Italy, and disappointing season opener for Lazio, a rival of AS Roma in Rome. Okay, if you follow Italian football closely, you should know by now one of the biggest rivalry in the world is between AS Roma and Lazio. This is the third, I would say, to me, is the third biggest rivalry in Europe after Real Madrid versus Barcelona, Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur. I would put Liverpool versus Manchester United in that bracket. But most definitely, if you want to witness carnage in the fence, sometime when these two are playing, folks, at La Stadio Olimpico di Roma, or the Olympic Stadium of Rome, people tend to even the people who want to focus on the match. But for those of you who like to watch boxing or MMA, our whole focus is on the entire stadium, waiting for the flares to come out, the bottle of vodka to come out, because you know when you're watching Roma versus Lazio di Roma, somebody's about to fight. But this weekend, unfortunately, Genoa was the victory here, delivered a knockout punch to Lazio, 1-0. I did not see this one coming. I did not even put this one in my prediction because Lazio been shaky recently ever since they lost Milosevic Savic, and now he's playing for my favorite, not my favorite, I would say. It's a club I'm watching a lot in Saudi Arabia in the SPL, Al Nasser. Why I like this club? Cristiano Ronaldo play there, Sadio Mane play there, Milosevic Savic play there, and we got other players like Brozovic play there as well. I believe Milosevic play for Al Hilal. The league is new. I'm adapting to it, but Al Nasser, folks, that's the club I like to watch because Cristiano Ronaldo play there, Mane play there. Long live the Saudi Arabia new league. I'm beginning to enjoy this thing. Uh, and scoreline of the week, well, my predictions was on the money for you guys. AC Milan beating the other team here 4-0 at the San Siro Stadium. I was expecting nothing but a victory from AC Milan, and you did not disappoint. You delivered on the fixture. Olivier Giroud, what Giroud delivered this weekend for Milan, scoring the brace from the penalty spot. Those of you at Arsenal who used to ride Olivier Giroud, judging him for not being a striker of your dream, guess what, folks? Giroud has never failed since he left Arsenal. Went to Chelsea, won things and collected the Premier League, and he won the Champions League or the Europa League, if I'm not mistaken. Giroud went to AC Milan, nothing but wonders. Perhaps being at Arsenal was the problem under Wenger, Unai Emery, and I know he would definitely not succeed under Mikel Arteta, who is tactically inept. Congratulations to Christian Pulisic. I expected you to score a goal, and you delivered one on Saturday. And other scoreline, Rafael Leao did not score in that game, but I'm expecting him to get his season started soon. And I'm expecting Rafael Leao to give me his first goal this coming weekend or after the international break because right now your stocks in the fantasy leagues, young man, is way down. Please step it up. And congratulations to one of the top five left back at AC Milan, Theo Hernandez. The young lad delivered. The Portuguese freshman delivered this past Saturday with a magnificent cheeky goal for a defender. Very hard skill to practice, but when you're in the top five best in the world, you make things like this come easy. And last but not least, rispetto per la squadra di Napoli. 2-0 win over Sassuolo. Victor Osimhen, the striker I would like to have at Arsenal, or one of them, along with Ivan Toney, again delivered as I expected to beat my prediction line. So this is all I have for Il Calcio when it comes to my three favorite teams. Now let's move on to the last but not least, the best league in the world, the English Premier League. So to begin with the result, I will start with my football club, who did not disappoint. Arsenal did not fail on the spread. I told you guys that Fulham FC would go to the Emirates and shock Arsenal Football Club. It may be shocking to you guys, it's not shocking to me. Why? For as long as this tactically inept manager is at the Emirates, this club will never move forward. You will be stuck in that rut and you will remain there trophyless just like Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Fulham came to the Emirates with a spread that favored them +1, +2, and what did they do, folks? They did exactly what I predicted, asphyxiating Arsenal in the first 45 minutes by making them play short fields all the way to the midfield on the back foot. And then in the second half, folks, Fulham lost one man to a red card. Now, if you lose a man to a red card, you was expecting a team like Arsenal to adapt tactically to switch from a 3 at the back to a 4-4-3 conventional, 3 in the midfield and 3 up front. What did Mikel Arteta do? Kept the same 3 at the back with Gabriel Magalhaes on the bench, 5 midfielders with 2 wide out wing backs, left wing backs and right wing backs, and then of course playing a front 3, causing Arsenal to damn near lose the game and drew Fulham at their own stadium for the season opener. Folks, this is the manager you have at the Emirates. If you care for the football club, join us. If you don't care for the football club, remain in insolent land and dream about winning the Premier League against Manchester City because you will not. Teams like Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle United, Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspurs have caught up with Arsenal's nonsense, and therefore this football club, based on what I've seen this past Sunday, will not finish in the top 4 this year. I'm expecting the following teams to be in the top 4. Your champion will be Manchester City. Number 2 will be Manchester United. A toss-up between them and Chelsea, with Liverpool, of course, knocking at the door. Number 3 to finish third in the league this year will be between Chelsea or Liverpool FC. Number 4 will be between, in the top 4, Newcastle United, Aston Villa, and possibly Arsenal Football Club if they sign Ivan Toney or Victor Osimhen in January 2024. If not, it will just be another boring season for you guys to enjoy. Hey, you an Arsenal fan who love the club? Like I said, make the wise decisions, please. And other scoreline, Manchester City defeated Sheffield United. I was expecting more from the city, from Manchester City, but Erling Haaland missed the penalty. But it's Manchester City; they always find a way to win. But it was odd for Manchester City to beat a team like Sheffield and at stoppage time in the 92nd minute with a goal from Rodrigo to save City 3 points. That was very weird. Anyway, I watched the highlight and I was not impressed by the champ. But it's Manchester City. They always find a way to win. It's all about the psychological advantage. Now, Aston Villa beating Burnley. Easy work. I expected Burnley to get smoked by by Aston Villa, because who's managing Aston Villa? The ex-Arsenal manager, my manager from Spain, Unai Emery, delivered as I expected him to do with this Aston Villa squad. Easy work. And then most importantly, to rubbing in Arsenal's face, the player who was supposed to compete with Bukayo Saka from France, Diaby, scored in that game against Burnley. Bang, as a bonus. Congratulations to Aston Villa Rovers. Respect to David O'Leary, the ex-Arsenal player slash part-time manager. And other scoreline in the Premier League, Manchester United struggled at Old Trafford to beat Nottingham Forest. Nottingham again, folks, this is why I picked them on Friday for you to cover the spread, allowing uh, Nottingham Forest to Chris Cooper. Congratulations! I always talk about Chris Cooper over his the way he just stare at things and his sleeping manner, but this guy is a manager that know how to find result and how to grind it even through a loss. He won and beat United +1 +2. Congratulations to Nottingham Forest for covering the spread at one of the most difficult ground to play, the Manchester United, a team that I have the utmost respect for when it comes to English football. But folks, over the weekend, that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about the game of the week, the match of the week from the English club of the century, the one and only. You know them as the Scousers, the Carpers, or the one and only, mate, the one that we call Liverpool Football Club. What a performance! What a performance! I was watching this game in my bedroom going wow, because these are stuff I would like Arsenal to do when you are under pressure. Do you have the mental capacity to close a game out? Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City are the only football club right now in this generation who can do stuff like this weeks in, weeks out. Last season, new season, upcoming season, the results will be the same as long as these managers are there. Jurgen Klopp's, the likes of Eric Ten Hag, and also at Manchester City, well, they have their guy Pep Guardiola. To close off, I will get to some boxing scoreline before I close the show, but I would like to recap this game over the weekend. Liverpool overcame a disappointing first half. Their captain got a red card, and he deserved it. Now, I've seen a couple of Liverpool fans online going like, "Oh, Virgil van Dijk did not deserve to get this red card." I told you guys I was gonna watch the game, and I watched the game because now I vow to not miss match of the week every Sunday. I have to watch them. Arsenal don't have to play on Sundays no more for me to watch games, and I don't even have to watch Arsenal games for as long as Mikel Arteta is there from Friday, Saturday, and Mondays. I can watch the highlights. If it's a big game like with the team that's in the top 8, I will watch, of course. But if it's outside the top 8 or the top 10, I don't have to watch Arsenal. I'm not obliged to suffer for 90 minutes. I can watch the highlights for 16 minutes and be okay with it. For as long as Mikel Arteta is there, folks, that is exactly what I'm going to do until he leaves the club. When we have a new manager that will excite me again like it did last season, perhaps I'll watch the games religiously as I did a year ago. Now, Liverpool, folks, just to show you the brilliance of a manager who's tactically aware of when his team is at a disadvantage. Now, after a first half like Liverpool went through after the Magic Flash Gordon, the ex-Merseyside player from Everton, a young academy player who despised Liverpool's gut, because if you're an Everton player from the academy or an Everton fans, not only you'll share the town at Merseyside, just like Arsenal share the town in North London with Tottenham, you'll have history together. And Flash Gordon, who's soon to be a future English senior team national to challenge the likes of Harvey Barnes and Jack Grealish, struck Liverpool with the blow in the first half. But guess what, folks? In the second half, just like Liverpool did when they were losing in the 2004-2005 season at the Champions League finals at the Ataturk Stadium in Istanbul, Turkey, Liverpool came back, folks, in the second half to shock, to pull one of their sorcery, miraculous victory over Newcastle United at the St. James's Park, one of the hardest place to win a football match if you are trailing from behind. With this team that they have now, with Isak, Wilson, Alessandro Tonali, Liverpool came back, folks. Liverpool came back. How did they do it? I don't know. Is it voodoo? I have no idea. But Liverpool pulled one of the most shocking results since I've seen in 2005. Even Alexander Arnold, who played for Liverpool, put his hand over his head, going like, "How did we do it after the game?" And he played for them, folks. He could not even believe the scoreline. 10 men down. If it was Arsenal, Newcastle would have obliterated my football club at St. James's Park. 10 men down. This is not a scoreline that you see often in the Premier League. But Liverpool, all is possible when it comes to them, bro. So walk on, Liverpool. Walk on. And Darwin Nunes. To all the naysayers, even I was talking crap about you last season. Congratulations by shutting my mouth. By shutting the mouth of the Manchester United fans who's been roasting you last season. Dude, big up. You are a 100 million pound striker, and to Liverpool, you are worth every penny. I had to watch the first goal over and over and over and over and over again for about 10 times to see the angles of the first goal when he tied the game. My word. That was just magnifico. Congratulations to Darwin Nunes, the new number 9 at Enfield. And then he added the cherry on top of the ice cream by winning Liverpool the game. That magnificent finish. They say he couldn't do it twice, folks. He did it twice, and if there were any additional time, he would have scored the hat trick against Newcastle United. So Liverpool again, I have seen you done some miracles, and your last one was in 2005 to me. But what you did on Sunday, it will be talked about for years to come. Congratulations. Now, before I close the show, folks, your combat result for the weekend, I would like to say happy retirement to Chen Song-jong, also known as the Korean Zombie. A reputation that he earned from his days in the WEC before the Zofa company bought them and made him a family, a part of the UFC family. This young man, if you like to watch violence, I would like you guys to watch the two key matches that he had in MMA history. Leonard Garcia, respect to Mexico, Viva Mexico. These guys had, don't forget, they were bitter rivals in the WEC days. I want you guys to watch the April 2010 first match versus Leonard Garcia, and then the second match versus Leonard Garcia, which Chen Song-jong actually won that match in March 2011. And then one of the matches he had against one of my favorite fighters from Jersey, Frankie Edgar, in 2019. Go watch that match. So to give this guy his respect as one of the best MMA fighters, Chen Song-jong from South Korea. Respect to the Korean Zombie. It was a pleasure to see you in the cage. In your WEC days, you beat some of my favorite fighters in the WEC, but you were a soldier, so respect to you, sir. And his last match was this past weekend in Singapore versus the Hawaiian native Max Bless Holloway. He lost to Holloway, but you will not be forgotten in the MMA world. You are a man of respect, because me, I only give my respect in MMA to a key fighters who actually bring it in the cage, and this guy was one of them. So if you are a fan of this guy, please go watch it. It may inspire you to take martial arts. If you've never taken martial art before, I highly recommend Muay Thai. I highly recommend Aikido. I highly recommend boxing. I highly recommend, like, if you do Wing Chun, I highly recommend that. I highly recommend Silat from Indonesia. I highly recommend Taekwondo from South Korea. And for those of you who like karate, take karate classes. Improve your health. Again, if you've never taken mixed martial art, this fight may inspire you. Now, in the boxing world, to close the show, folks, I called this boxing match this weekend. I did say that Alexander Usyk would deliver for 12-round decision with a dominance that you've never seen before. But Alexander Usyk, who has been trained in the past by one of my favorite boxers of all time, in the cruiserweight, the middleweight, the lightweight, Roy Jones Jr. Folks, Alexander Usyk defeated Daniel Dubois And round 9, with an exciting knockout, the same way Roy Jones Jr. liked to do, that leaping right hand. It's kind of like the Superman punch if you follow mixed martial art, if you do a Muay Thai, or if you follow like Taekwondo fighters do this a lot, and I've also seen this from Kung Fu fighters. When you use the element as a weapon to back push with your foot and then launch that torpedoing punch called the Superman punch. One of my favorite punches I like to practice a lot. But this one here was from straight from the hip. Alexander Usyk, after being knocked down with a controversial low blow, which was on the belt line, folks. But with the slippery canvas, which I noticed from the co-main event, Alexander Usyk used it to his advantage, using his left foot to pivot and then launch that Superman punch, that right hand flush, catching the Englishman Dubois, and straight knockout. You expose that left chin, boom, knockout to Usyk. He retained his belts, the WBA, the IBF, IBE, and the WBO belt, and now putting him in the position to fight the likes of Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, or Deontay Wilder to cement his place in the heavyweight division. Everybody been roasting Usyk for being a small heavyweight champion. Remember, Evander Holyfield was a small heavyweight champion as a cruiserweight, which I told you guys on Friday. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are the only legit heavyweight, pure heavyweight, because look at their size. This the mammoth 7 foot tall Tyson Fury is the biggest natural heavyweight, and then he fight like a lightweight because of speed. I told you guys that speed is a problem when it comes to heavyweight boxing, and only a couple of boxers have that kind of speed. The fastest heavyweight boxers right now, you're gonna laugh on this one. Andy Ruiz, the Mexican American fighter from San Jose, California. Yes, he looked big like Bam Bam Bigelow from WWE, but folk make no mistake. This guy got one of the fastest hands in heavyweight boxing in America, and the Ukrainian Alexander Usyk have the fastest hands, speed, the fastest leg coordination. Yes, he's 39, he's 38, 39 years old. But when you are blessed with such natural gifts to be agile in the ring for 12 rounds, it's going to be difficult for someone to catch you slipping. Reflex, as old as he is on his side. I was not expecting a knockout from Usyk, but Usyk, congratulations. Yes, they talk bad about you for being not the biggest boxer in the ring. Tyson Fury laughed at you for being a smaller fighter. But Tyson, now the job is done. Make us boxing fans proud. Take the fight against Alexander Usyk. Between the two of you, you the WBC champion. Congratulations to you, Tyson Fury. You are the Ring Magazine heavyweight champions. Congratulations to Tyson Fury. These are all accolades. Now, Usyk has defeated the mandatory fight that was put before him and Daniel Dubois. Now, no more excuses. By December, you either take the fight. I know you have to fight Francis Ngannou. This have nothing to do with boxing. This is a fantasy match where MMA heavyweight have to fight a real boxing heavyweight. This is a fantasy fight. But for the sake of real boxing, Tyson Fury, this is a message to you and your camp. With no disrespect, of course, bro. I would like you to take Alexander Usyk on so we can have one unified champion with all the belts, just like Terence Crawford did last month to beat Errol Spence. So please, sir, take the fight against Usyk to make boxing proud. Again, congratulations to Alexander Usyk. And also, Big Baby Jared, the real Big Baby, congratulations for beating Mr. Rudenko with a stoppage in the 5th round. So that's all I have for my report today, folks. And I hope I get better at recording these for you guys. And I will make sure on Friday, for as long as I breathe and I'm capable and able to help you guys navigate when it comes to the European top 5 football leagues. And don't forget this weekend, this Thursday, NFL fans, grab your pen and paper. The NFL is back. And I believe that the Kansas City Chiefs will be opening the season for you guys on the fixtures. And don't forget that college football is back this Saturday and I will be here to help you guys because I have to, because I noticed that people are busy these days or people are overstressed and they don't have time to select and they don't have time to look at sports news. Me, I was cursed to do so. So for you guys, I will be doing the homework. So you guys have to. I will do the heavy lifting for you, and you guys don't pay me. And I would like some money, please. But you guys don't forget NFL start on TNF this Thursday, and of course NCAA this weekend. And as per tradition, when it comes to the league of the NFL, the best football league in North America, don't forget that Kansas City, as per tradition, should be opening. One moment, let me make sure I have the fixture for you guys. NFL opener for 2023. Yes, folks. September 7th. Well, actually, not this week. That will be next week. We will have the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending champion, hosting the Detroit Tigers. Oh, should I say the Pussycats? The Detroit Lions at Arrowhead Stadium. I will give you a prediction. Normally, it's not something I do when it comes to the NFL because you have to bet, you have to start your betting in October or November when the things start to get thick and thin. But this year, I'm going to give you a prediction early. So for NCAA, we will start the kickoff on Saturday. NCAA football. I will give you your game ones. Actually, I will give you guys this on because they said that last weekend was week one. No, no, no. These were just two games: San Jose versus USC, Notre Dame versus Navy. The real thing began this Saturday for you guys, and I'm gonna give you a prediction here. Actually, I will not because that will be Saturday, September the 2nd. The first game will be East Carolina versus Michigan, the second best team in the land after Georgia, the defending champion. It should be Ohio State, but you messed up last season. So I will work on that for you guys. We will kick off at 12 p.m. East Carolina versus Michigan. All leagues are the second biggest league in North America, NCAA football. If you like to place bets, I will have that ready for you guys. So with that being said, folks, that was my report for my daily art debrief for today, August 28th, 2023. Stay safe out there. Eat well, drink well, blaze well, and meditate. Do whatever you guys do, and I will be back sometimes this week with my second DOB and of course my Kennedy Sportscast for you guys. God bless, inshallah, and be well. Peace out, folks. That's the sound of the man playing that thing. LL Cool J, take us out. Uh.
Popping that thing, that's the sound of the man. Popping that thing.